West Elm Caleb. Now, this is like a very, very bi-coastal elitist story. A lot of times, like, this pops off. There's a man named Caleb from West Elm. I think he's like an intro level West Elm designer. He designs, you know, some of the West Elm furniture. Okay. And it turns out homie is 6'4" and has a mustache. Now, I'm 6'4" and have a mustache, but that's not the reason why I'm about to defend him, even though it kind of is part of the reason. Because I was seeing like some stuff pop off in the past couple of days on my timeline about this like West Elm Caleb this, West Elm Caleb that. And it turns out this guy is just like, he's like a serial dater, okay? You know, in the online world, he's a good-looking dude. He's 6'4". I suspect he's a good-looking dude. He's going on dates, and women on TikTok then realize that, like, this dude is just going on dates with all of them and then ghosting them. Now, I'm going to issue a trigger warning really quickly, okay? This is called TikTok voice. You're about to hear TikTok voice, and it triggers me personally more than anything else. It's like the... I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a lip voice. It's like very specific type of enunciation, pronouncing words, and like it's just TikTok voice is about to happen. Okay, let's just start.
Hello, villains. Mama Villain is back. You know, yesterday I was like, oh, I kind of respect privacy. Now, no. West Elm Caleb, let's get into the story time as a primary source, because now I'm seeing people trying to do timelines that are not involved in the matter, and I'm like, Kate, it's your duty as a woman to give this timeline. Okay, so let's get into it.
I do not want a single fucking person to go and like bother this human being either. Don't be a fucking dickhead, okay? Just preemptively just making sure that you understand. You guys, a lot of people on the internet cannot fucking hold themselves back, and then they behave in like the most annoying way possible. The irony is like, I'm about to fucking make fun of this person, okay? I'm about to make fun of this person for being annoying and going fucking way overboard, going bananas, and then you guys do the exact same shit to that person. Don't do that. Be normal.
So I matched with this boy on Hinge last week. I was like, okay, another dude to add to my arsenal. It's fine. 6'4", like I'm 6 feet tall, so it's fairly hard to date, whatever. We go on a date on Saturday, this past Saturday. We get coffee, then we hang out again on Sunday, right? All this shit on TikTok went down on Monday, okay? So the dude and I are texting on Monday night just about dinner or something, and then I get tagged in this video on TikTok, and he knows after a second date that I do TikTok as a job. I get tagged in this. I'll tag the original creator so you guys can go watch it. So I watch the video, I freak out, rightfully so, because this is the dude that I've been going on a date with. Like, this is at like 6:30 on Monday. I get a text from Caleb, which I'm gonna insert because I don't really give a fuck if this man lives or dies, if I'm gonna be honest here. He just
like, that's insane. I don't give a fuck if this man lives or dies. Like, the fuck, dude? Dude, that is just like psychotic. Also, you're adding a dude to your arsenal. I mean, he's doing the same shit.
Goes, I'm really upset. And I was like, what happened? This was right as I got tagged in the video. And I was like, I wonder if he knows, even though he's offline. And then he said, like, yeah, someone from work sent him this TikTok about West Elm Caleb. I had a few coworkers message me about it. So the time receipts of this, it's like 6:30 p.m. on a Monday. So then in that video, people are commenting like, is this about Kate Glaven's video? Me being Kate Glaven. So I start getting DMs on Instagram from other girls, which I'm going to insert here. I got a DM from a lovely girl named Kelly, and this is where things just hit the fan for me. So Kelly DMs me and she goes, hey, I know you've been on a few dates with Caleb, because she saw my videos and then saw that video by the other creator and like put together that it was about me. She said, I dated him for the past 6 weeks, sent me a playlist, blah, 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 blah. As you can imagine, I was like, oh, cool. All the shit that I was worried about. Like, he told me he wasn't on.
He sent me the same playlist, everything. He's a manipulator and will make you feel so great until you're all in. He told me he wasn't on Hinge and deleted the app, but he was actively going on dates with other people. I spent the night and woke up in his bed the day you went on a date with him. I'm not doing this to hurt him or hurt you or blah, blah, blah. I'm sad right now.
He deleted Hinge after we were talking. He wasn't on apps, ghosting. And this was like the timeline of her experience with West Elm Caleb was right not, if not overlapping to mine. Now here's where it gets sick and twisted. Kelly saw in my video that my first date with Caleb was on Saturday. She woke up in Caleb's bed on Saturday. She was with Caleb Saturday morning.
4 months.
Caleb and I went on a date at 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Bro, this is like women going Joker mode, okay? Like this is the same exact energy as like all those fucking like Midwestern dudes that are like, I'm deranged. I'm going Joker mode right now. Like this is just the female version of that. What the fuck, dude? What are you doing? Why is this like what is happening, dude? Now, this is not where it fucking even ends, okay? West Elm Caleb's crime against humanity is that he was just like, he's kind of a dick, okay? He's like juggling, okay? He's dating multiple people at the same time. Now, of course, because of the way that we like act as though dating is black and white, and like interpersonal relationships are especially devoid of context, analyzed by third parties on the outside in like really black and white ways, as though like it just immediately is like criminal behavior or criminal activity. It's just, of course, everyone went fucking psycho mode. Okay, it's just like, why is everybody so bricked up? Chill the fuck out. Okay, chill the fuck out. Same day though? What's it to you, motherfucker? What do we mean same day? Yeah, same day. What if it's the same day? Literally do role reversal for a brief moment. Okay, not to pull a fucking PUA red pill Andy moment here, but like if a woman is going on multiple days in the same fucking day with multiple men, I don't have a problem with that. Who gives a shit? Any guy that fucking cries about that is correctly called a misogynistic fucking weirdo. Okay, what is this, the Fresh and Fit podcast all of a sudden? What's up? Like, so when women engage in this kind of behavior, it's totally valid. But like when men do it, they're fucking incels. Are you crazy? Shut up. And by the way, I'm going to cover both sides of this fucking argument. Okay. Just don't worry. I'm going to drill into the fucking Fresh and Fit boys too. Sick and tired of it. 6'4" boys with mustaches have been fucking getting drilled on the timeline. Now it doesn't even end there. He's a dick. I think, like, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what the exact details are, but it really does frustrate me whenever fucking people again are third-party individuals. We don't know anything about Caleb. We don't know anything about the actual fucking interpersonal relationship that has happened here, okay? And we are just simply going off on people who are on TikTok. And if you are going to base your personal opinion of a human being that you've never met before, that you've never seen before, off of like a string of like TikToks that have gone viral on a fucking platform that quite literally once, not that long ago, a couple months ago, actually fucking did the Reddit thing where they found out that a guy was like cheating on his girlfriend from like literally a microsecond interaction when a girl was like going into a college dorm to surprise her boyfriend. Do you guys remember that fucking story? Like that shit popped off on TikTok for like the couch guy. It's just like, I think TikTok basically decided, because of its algos being so fucking powerful, like we're gonna take every fucking mental illness that human beings have, and they have like totally fucking leaned into because of like being just locked in fucking houses away from society for the past 2 fucking years, and we're gonna kick it up. We're gonna weaponize that mental illness to the oomph degree, okay? And people are just like, no, this is great. What we're doing here together, where we put all of our mental illness powers together and fucking start, weaponize that against random people on the fucking internet, like, that's actually good. We're doing something just. And it's not. You're not. Chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out.
She was with Caleb Saturday morning. Caleb and I went on a date at 3 p.m. on Saturday. The audacity of a straight white
Smart
man with a fucking mustache. The audacity. So as being this is the one, I think, who's most recently seen Caleb, I'm obviously texting him about this, like, you want to fucking explain all this? So he admits to ghosting Kelly. He admits to like ghosting everyone. But now I'm in this situation where like this man is like kind of confiding in me, but I'm also kind of like, fuck you, babes. Like this is not blown up on TikTok. Me doing.
So not only this, but this shit blew up on fucking TikTok, and we're gonna cover it because they fucking doxed him. They found who Caleb is and they doxed him, and then they were like, I bet West Elm won't appreciate when, they find out that there's a serial dater in their ranks. What the fuck are we doing? Stop! What the fuck is going on, dude? And this shit pisses me off to a degree where I forget the top of the hour ad break is happening. At the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break and I totally forgot to fucking run it. This is mental derangement, okay? This is insanity. This is like, you are straight up fucking deranged. Like, not this person in particular. This person maybe doesn't even recognize how much power they hold in this capacity. But like every single person that engages in this is quite literally insane, okay? You're just crazy. You're crazy. You need to chill the fuck out. I want to shake. I want to like grab people if they behave like this in the wild. Like if I ever saw one of my friends engaging in this kind of behavior, I would like literally just shake them until they stopped. I'd be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop right now. I need like a fucking water bottle, like a bad cat. I need to spray you with water. Enough. This behavior is exactly the same as incels who fucking follow Pokey around everywhere she goes, okay? Just no different. No fucking different. You are doing femcel shit, okay? You are doing femcel shit. You're not stopping. You're not actually fucking like, I don't know, you're not doing something righteous. You're a femcel. The trademark Kubrick stare. Let's just get back to the article, okay? So here, this is an excerpt. This week, TikTok was overrun by the saga of a man whose bad dating history turned him into the new couch guy. It's also a tale of an online mob swarming a private citizen whose crimes didn't exactly fit the public shaming and reputation ruining punishment. A New York woman posted a TikTok about getting ghosted by a guy named Caleb, someone she met on Hinge. Something strange happened in her comment section. Multiple other women replied, West Elm Caleb? And this is the OG one. Like, oh man, you got fucking ghosted? That's crazy, dude. Yo, that's life. That's life in the big city. You ghost motherfuckers all the time too. Like, what are you guys, like, not adults? I don't understand. What the fuck's going on? If these people never dated, is this the first interaction that you've had with dating? It's a fucking dating app. What am I fucking signing on to the Lakers with a 4-year contract if I go on a fucking date? What is this? Just want to clarify, this is not about West Elm Caleb. I've never dated or matched with him personally. Wait, what? Is it the West Elm guy, lol? So this person never even fucking actually... Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh my God, all of you need Allah, okay? You need to stop posting on TikTok. You need to read the Quran. What the fuck? The funniest thing is, like, most of the people that like agitate this and most of the people that provide the tinder for the fire are themselves not involved in like serial dating or dating in general. So they're like, either they're in a fucking boring relationship or they're trapped in like Arkansas or Kansas. You know what I mean? So like this is fun for them. So they're like, oh, how would I behave in this situation? This is real. This is like real life euphoria. I'm an empath. I'm sensing that you're upset. You know, all that shit. Okay. And it's like, you can't do this. You can't. This is not healthy behavior. This is not good. This is not cool. You're behaving like a psychopath. And then a lot of people are normalizing this psychopathic behavior. What the fuck, dude? You are making this a big issue because you're afraid this might happen to you someday. Yeah, I know. That's what people are going to say. Like, that's literally what people are going to say. No, I'm making this a big issue because it's fucking psychotic. And I fucking yell at people when they behave this way. I yell at dream stands when they behave this way. These are people that are supposed to be on my side, okay? So when I see people on my side behaving in this like insane fucking way, I have to be like, please stop. Don't do that. That's not good. How many times have I had this exact same conversation with Minecraft stands that think that they are actually doing something for progress and for justice with a strong sense of justice? They engage in these sorts of behaviors where they're like overcorrective and they're being crazy. And that actually ultimately makes the left look bad because they're like, you know, their heart's in the right place, but they're fucking angry. Okay. That's not good. These people do not believe in rehabilitation. Their justice is revenge. That's also incredibly frustrating. Anyway, so New York woman posted TikTok getting ghosted by a guy named Caleb. People are saying, West Elm Caleb. Turns out that several women all had similar experience with the same 20-something mustachioed West Elm furniture designer they met on the dating app. He had ghosted them after a few dates or texts and did some classic fuckboy moves. That these women had all found each other was indeed a surprising coincidence. What? Some of the TikTok accounts with the OG West Elm Caleb videos have already posted follow-up vibrator sponsorships. The internet outrage, the profit cycle is insane. This is the other part of it that I wanted to talk about. Where like the other part of it is like when you start this sort of stuff, it goes fucking mega viral, okay? And then when it goes mega viral, like they can make more money off of it. So then you're literally making money off of like doxing someone, you know what I mean? And treating them like fucking shit. This is how I learned about this, by the way. Viva Palestine is the reason why I know about this. This whole West Elm Caleb thing is bizarre and honestly terrifying. Why are thousands of people wishing him ill? Like, that's a real person you don't know. Have you all forgotten basic human decency in the pursuit of clout? Like, why is there a fucking ad? What the hell is this? Why are you all completely incapable of being normal? That's where I found out about this. Red flag, 6'4", mustache furniture designer. Like, shit moves so fast. And it's yet another, it's just a perfect example that we just do not know how to deal with the internet, okay? It's like too new. And we do not know how to deal with the fucking algo, okay? But let me tell you something. As someone who has been a left-wing content creator on the fucking internet, a political commentator on the internet, I have seen this behavior. Every single thing that these people are doing in engaging in this kind of collective action is Kiwi Farms and 4chan behavior. It's just that when those incels do it, we understand that that's bad and wrong and deranged behavior. But now if it's fucking normal, like upper middle class marketing manager, white girls doing it in fucking the Upper West Side, then it doesn't seem like it's incel behavior, but it is. It is the same exact shit. You're doing the exact same shit. I don't think women have realized that, like, that you can be a femcel and you can also fucking behave in, like, you know, you can engage in the exact same behavior as 4chan. And just because you are doing it from the point of like a historically marginalized community does not change the reality that, like, you are quite literally engaging in the same kind of deranged behavior that we normally ascribe to fucking 4chan. Okay, that's what you're doing. Anyway, let's just continue.
About West Elm Caleb, I did not think I would be continuing to talk about this. However, it appears that there's a second news cycle that I have some things I want to talk about. Okay, so first thing, if you're new to my TikTok, I talk a lot about dating. I talk a lot about the struggles of it, and I'm making fun of how hard it is to date as a woman in New York City. That's just like my beat with TikTok. So I do a lot of get ready with me videos, but I always keep the guy that I'm going on a date with as anonymous. I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to go on a date with this guy. So this past weekend, it was Tall Midwest Boy. That's what my audience knew him as. However, I get tagged in a video on Monday night, which I've already said before. That's the West Elm Caleb video. And I confirmed in my head that, shit, this guy that I'd been going out with, that I liked and was into, is West Elm Caleb, okay? So that's when I started using the phrase to confirm to my audience that if you are seeing a West Elm Caleb video, yeah, that's the guy who I was going out with, and now I'm no longer going out with him. But now we're at this point where West Elm Caleb, a guy that I knew, an individual, is now becoming a metaphor in the cultural zeitgeist, right? Like, some people are making videos like, who's the West Elm Caleb in Los Angeles? Who's the West Elm Caleb here and there? But it's at this weird point where what is justice? Like, I purposely never shared a photo. I never said where this man that I was going on a date with, where he worked or his name or any of that private information, because I thought that that would be gross to put on the internet. However, now I'm in a place where, like, this information is out there and people are, you know, putting misinformation. I saw a lot of misinformation about the timeline, who this guy is.
It was a joke on, don't pin this shit on her. I don't think it's directly just her fault. I think it's just her. I don't think it's just her fault. I think, like, everyone behaves in this, like, completely fucking deranged way. And it's really fucked up. Notice how as soon as I brought this conversation up, knowing full well how fucked up some people might be, I said, it is unjustifiable to pursue this person. It is unjustifiable and completely fucked up. And I will ban you if you go after this person in any capacity. If you fucking write mean comments anywhere, I will ban you. Do you know why I did that? Because I know how the internet is, okay? Because I know how that works. People can't fucking be normal on the internet. And the abnormal behavior, the fucking, like, the mental illness being demonstrated on the timeline is actually very marketable. And that's what's so fucked up. It's like marketable, and it's something that you can actually drive clout from. It's something that you can actually immediately get launched, can help you get a fucking vibrator sponsorship. Brands get involved in the fucking West Elm Caleb. Meanwhile, the dude's life is just being destroyed, and he didn't even do anything. Like, he didn't do shit.
On the internet. So as a primary source, as like the girl kind of why, like one of the girls why the reason this happened, I wanted to confirm that, yes, this is West Elm Caleb, right? However, I find it to be so gross that brands are capitalizing on this, like making little campaigns about like West Elm Caleb 20 for like at checkout.
I'm happy that like at least she recognizes that, you know what I mean? That it like it just totally got out of fucking control.
You know, or just the fact that all these people on my TikTok care about it, right? Like, why are people so invested in this across the country and want to see this man, like the downfall of this man, right? Like, I never thought that ghosting was a criminal offense. When I first saw the video, I was like, oh, so this guy's a shady dater. I don't want to date him, right? Like, that's just a personal decision. I don't want to get into a romantic relationship with this guy that has a bad history. But I don't think it has this whole, like, reason for a public outcry, right? I think there's a lot to learn about it with dating apps and, like, how guys can be shitty. But I find it extremely odd that it's now this like mob mentality that people are talking about of like preying on the downfall of this guy, like tagging West Elm in videos. Like, I find that to be extremely, extremely inappropriate, even though I have every reason to be pissed and hurt by this because I was involved in it. That's just to say, I think Caleb is a bad dude, but I don't think it's justice for him to lose his job and have this whole thing go down. And in my video, I might have sounded just like pissy and lighthearted about it and said like, I don't care if this man lives or dies. Mostly was because I was hurt that another bad thing had happened to me in my life, and it was the raw emotion of this thing now becoming some crazy, crazy thing out of proportion. So I do apologize if that was very insensitive. I'm not going to say any of this process is justice, but the first video did keep me safe. And we know in history, gossip has kept women safe.
What? Bro, stop, dude. Safe. Dude, this is, I'm sorry, but like, this is a bastardization of like, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, of course, yes, of course, women are fucking genuinely and truly unsafe, okay? in most circumstances. Admit that for sure. Okay. But that's like, that's nuts, dude. That's fucking nuts. They just like try to turn around and like make this into a justification for this. What the fuck? Safe from what? The dude that doesn't want to date her? No, that's actually the good point. What she's talking about is like, there are bad dudes out there. Okay. If you have any girlfriends, they will tell you there are bad dudes out there. Okay. Dudes that will not actually get the punishment for the criminal behavior that they engage in. Okay, that's understandable. That's true. We know that's why the Me Too movement started, right? But one of the main issues of the Me Too movement consistently has also been that there is no like boundary to that, where it will range from like Harvey Weinstein to a dude who has actually also committed sexual assault, but like hasn't fucking, and has been able to get away with it, to like, I had a fucking bad date, and that's insane. And we just have no way of like being like, hold on. A lot of that is not on the same playing field. And it's not just her. I just want to point this out. It's literally not just this person. It's a lot of people that follow this person. It's a lot of people who are like it's the brands that are fucking getting involved. It's all the people that are like, yeah, actually, this is really fucked up. It's the people that turn around and normalize this, okay? It's the people that turn around and normalize this behavior and engage in it, okay? It's not just her. This isn't about men versus women. This isn't about misogyny. Don't try to fucking turn this into that at all, okay? I just want people to understand, like, this has nothing to do with men, women. That dynamic does not exist in this circumstance. This has everything to do with the way we behave, how fucked up the way we behave are, how malicious and vindictive we are, and how we end up in our little echo chambers justifying this kind of deranged behavior. This is like the same fucking black hole, darkness sink that like the PUA red pill incels fucking went down. The difference here is that it's happening on TikTok, and it's happening in a way where it's like palatable to liberals, okay? My first is from CB2, hashtag West Elm Caleb. When you're the girl that single-handedly exposed the Hinge villain and united half the girls in New York City. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is so fucked up. Dude, these people are doing touchdown dances, dude. The worst thing is, first of all, this legitimizes incels. Like, incels will watch this. They will lose their fucking minds. They will go bananas. And then, by the way, they have a lot more time on their hands than most of these fucking, marketing manager ladies do in the Upper West Side. They're gonna fucking never stop. You're unleashing like hell and torment. It's like so hard to fucking deprogram those psychos to begin with, and then you're just doing the exact same thing. They're gonna turn around and do worse shit. This person that like supposedly started the West Elm Caleb saga wasn't even talking about this person. It just like turned into that person. The average spilled into Twitter, and then tabloids and media sites which published his full name. A rival dating app painted a billboard with his Hinge bio. People's reactions were vehement. Caleb's behavior was predatory and abusive, and he needed to be called out publicly. But did he actually do anything so bad? Caleb declined the comment on the record for this story. Here are the list of his supposed wrongdoings. He ghosted people. That's rude. And even the lunkheads on Love Island know how to politely say, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling a connection, but this is standard dating behavior. He allegedly sent at least one person an unsolicited nude photo. That's gross. And it suggests some lack of respect for women and a lack of understanding about boundaries. But he wasn't sending it to a coworker or a woman friend. It was to someone he was flirting with on a dating app. Context matters. This is bad behavior, but it's not full-on cancelable, and it's not even unusual with someone you met on a dating app. He recycled the same Spotify playlist and claimed that he had made it just for them. That's just cheesy, but funny that he was caught. He'd love bomb or show a ton of initial interest over text. Love bombing is regarded as a precursor to abuse, but there are never any accusations of abusive behavior. He just ghosted. He lied about his Hinge usage. One woman who went on one coffee date with him said that he told her it was his first Hinge date. He told someone else after a few dates that he had deleted the app. He played the numbers game, trying to match with tons of people, messaging and going on plenty of dates, but not seeming interested in a relationship. Lastly, he was dating several women at once. One woman pieced together that she had slept over at his place on a Friday night, woke up there on Saturday morning, and that another woman on TikTok met him for a date later that night. I'm sorry, but like, we're all grown-ups here, right? If you're shocked by the idea of a young single person in New York City having sex with more than one person they're casually dating, there's a whole TV show from the 2000s I'd love for you to check out. It's got really great outfits. Caleb got away with a lot of bad behavior because he's cute and tall. He's clearly a bad dater, and he evidently did some disrespectful stuff to women he was talking to. By the way, this is written by a woman. This is written by actually probably the best BuzzFeed news reporter, Katie Natopoulos, who is very good at parsing through like the internet culture shit. I love her. I love her work. I'm just pointing it out like, once again so that people don't fucking jump on this person. But this is actually, she does do stuff like this regularly, okay? Anyway, he evidently did some disrespectful stuff to women he was talking to or going out with. We shouldn't just excuse men for being jerks. We should be able to expect more from them. I agree. But the punishment does not fit the crime. For ghosting a few dates, he has received a brutal internet pylon that would make Tucker Carlson want to crawl into a bed for a week. John Quinn Hill says, maybe it's because I'm a child of Rihanna forged in the fires of chaos, but what is so special about West Elm Caleb? Men text you Spotify playlists and ghost you every day. Explain to me like I'm 5, please. Like, a lot of people immediately jump to being like, you're just like Caleb and that's why you're defending him. No, motherfucker. I've been on the other side. I'm a guy. I'm sure Caleb has been on the other side more times than he's been the fucking, perpetrator of ghosting. Every man in the chat knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Doesn't matter how fucking hot you are, okay? There's no such thing. Like, we all get fucking ghosted. That's just a part of how dates work. That's crazy. I'm willing to bet that girl has ghosted more people than fucking Caleb has. She quite literally admits that she has a dude. She's adding Caleb into her arsenal. You know what I mean? That's crazy. How do we forget that part of the fucking equation? To some degree, Twitter has gone through several cycles of debating about what it means to get the pitchforks out and make someone the main character. There's some consensus about worthy targets having some form of power, or at least being a public persona. Exceptions can be made for incidents like horrifying racism, like the story of Central Park Karen. But TikTok as a culture hasn't gone through that process yet. We've collectively not sure what TikTok culture is if we're not talking about D'Amelio dancing videos. This is new ground. One of the OG women who posted about Caleb later followed up on Thursday, asking people to not dox him. But it was too late. Even at a product level, TikTok isn't designed for conversation. Replies and follow-ups are hard to find. This is how Gen Z thinks they can fight patriarchy. I mean, it's not like this happened in a bubble. Ruining individuals over social frustration is just an American thing now. It just sucks. It's the worst fucking part about this. And I've talked about this before with every other thing. These kinds of campaigns, these kinds of like cancellation campaigns on social media, even if it's literally like a fucking person being racist, it's done out of a place of frustration and powerlessness. It's done because we collectively recognize that we have no power to make systemic change. Racism is a systemic problem. Misogyny and the patriarchy and patriarchal constructs that actually inflict a lot of violence on women in many instances, that is a systemic problem. But the solution to that is comprehensive, and it's very hard, and it's probably not going to happen. And that's precisely why people just say, fuck it, we can't do any of that. We recognize that we're powerless, okay? So let's just fucking take out our frustration on a dude. And in some instances, it can be warranted, but in a lot of instances, it's not. And that is what I'm talking about. This story is not new. I have talked about stories like this a million times over. I have talked about behavior like this a million times over. It's not just the doxing that is an issue. It's the way that we think this kind of vindictive behavior and this kind of like operating in this way, in this capacity, in this fashion is actually worthwhile and justifiable.